So the other day I watched a film for the first time. I know, can you believe it? I watched Alien the other day. Alien. It's a movie about Alien. Singular. I've never seen this movie before, but a lot of people have recommended it to me over the years. Never seen it. Never seen any Alien movie ever. And this is my first one. And I gotta say, whoa! It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, this movie was really, really good. The first thing I loved about this movie is the intense details of like the models for the spaceship, the set design, the alien itself, like the like asteroid or planet or whatever it was that they landed on. Everything in this movie was so intensely hyper detailed and was such a pleasure to look at. Like, I just want to get that out of the way. And so this movie is like a horror movie. It's like a slasher movie, but in space with an alien, right? That's what it kind of reminded me of. Kind of like, you know, a Nightmare on Elm Street, but not as campy or cheesy. But like, it is a slasher movie, a classic horror slasher, in that kind of style where you've got a whole cast and the space crew, and then some villain is just picking them off one by one by one by one. And it's great. So one thing I love about this movie is that a lot of the times in the movie, you can see the alien running around in the background or like blending in with the background. And like, I can guarantee you that this is a movie, I've only seen it once, this is my first time viewing it, but I can guarantee that seeing it a second time, only this, next time I watch this movie, I'm going to be just watching the background. You know what I mean? So this is a movie I feel like would definitely benefit from multiple viewings. So anyway, you know, they're on like, there's a space crew and they're going to like, you know, a routine, you know, like mission to get like minerals or something. Right. But there's like a clause in their contract because like in this world, it's like a hyper capitalist space world, right? Where like hyper capitalists are controlling everything. So they conscript them to basically investigate alien life. Aliens turn out, you know, to kill them. They're bad. They're not good aliens, right? So, you know, they're going down to this like asteroid or planet or something. I don't know, man. And one of the guys finds an alien egg. It hatches, and there's an alien that, you know, I guess they're called the face hugger, right? Because they attach itself to the face. And like every step of the way, right? Like all the humans make like the worst decisions possible, right? And you know what's also interesting is this movie battles with sexism in a really interesting way, where the female lead of the film is constantly undermined at every turn, and she's always correct, right? Like every step of the way, she's like, no, we got to do quarantine procedure. And then the man is like, and then they get everyone killed. So I'm just saying, man, this movie, it's feminism. I mean, this is a feminist film when you really think about it. All the men in this movie are garbage. They're dumb. They're stupid. And they get everyone else killed. So just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. Anyway, one of the big twists in this movie was that one of the crew members, the doctor, is secretly a robot. They just kind of throw that out there. There's like also robots in this universe that look like humans or like synthetic droids, you know, like some from Fallout or whatever. And it turns out that that robot knew that the alien was going to be there. Probably didn't know what the alien was, but just knew that there was going to be an alien there. And you know, coerce them to bring the alien back, skip the quarantine procedures, right? Because they're a robot. They don't have any self-preservation or anything. And of course, all the men love to listen to other men, right? So that's, you know, if the robot was a woman, you know, that wouldn't have worked nearly as well. But no, I mean, seriously, like this movie was very, very good. My favorite scene was probably when the guy who I swear to God was rolling blunts, I don't know exactly what he was smoking, but he was rolling something, is in this, like, area with rain, right? Yeah, so they're in a spaceship, and part of the spaceship has rain in it, I guess, because why not? So he's in this part of the spaceship that has rain, and like, you know, like, this is like when the alien, I think this is the first time the alien kills someone, or like in a scene like where they're running around looking for it. And I thought that part was probably my favorite, because like just the rain, again, I was enthralled with the fact that why is there rain on a spaceship? But anyway, that's a whole different story. And so, you know, he's wandering around, and, you know, there's an alien lurking in the background. He's looking for the cat. There's a cat on the spaceship, by the way. Shout outs to that cat. Looking for the cat, and then they find the cat, and then the cat's just like, yeah, I'm gonna stay back here. And then, you know, the alien kills the guy. I don't know what that guy was smoking, but it was something, right? So anyway, I thought that this movie was really, really good. I love the alien transformations, right? Like, because it's always keeping you guessing, right? And, like, especially seeing this movie for the first time, I have heard enough about the movie that I did know that, like, you know, when the face hugger form stops, right? Like, I'm aware that there's other forms just because people have spoiled the movie because I've just lived on this planet Earth. But, like, the scene when they think the guy's cured, right? And they're all eating dinner, and then the fucking motherfucker bursts out of his chest. Oh, that was great. That was great. And everyone's, like, freaking the fuck out. And imagine being that guy, right? So you land on another, like, world of some kind. You're looking for an alien. Next thing you know, you wake up. Everyone's freaking out. And then they're like, oh, shit, all right, I guess you're better. Let's eat some fucking food. You're in the middle of eating a goddamn great dinner, and then boom, some motherfucker just bursts out of your chest. You're dead now. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I feel bad for that guy. Like, that guy did nothing wrong. That guy did nothing fucking wrong, man. That was sad to watch, you know, like, wow, what a shame. But anyway, so of course, like, you know, the thing about this movie that's like a classic horror film is that, like one by one, the characters get split up, and they decide to split up for stupid reasons. They split up, they get picked off, they get killed. One thing I also like about the movie is that the ship is so huge for no reason. I mean, they've got a built-in rain area. It's raining in the spaceship. I don't know why the fuck. But anyway, I just thought the sets were amazing to watch. Like, just looking at all the hyper detail of the sets, I wish I could just, like, go inside of the alien set. Is this a thing that exists? Like why don't they have, like, an amusement park where you could just, like, go inside the sets of movies like this? Like, it's got to exist. Can you go and visit the alien set? Like, I want to go there because that shit was beautiful. There was so many details. Again, I use the term hyper detail, because it's like it's every small area is packed to the brim with details, right? Like, all the walls are unique. There's, like, almost, like, there's some uniformity, but then there's some, like, asymmetry and all it's just great. It's great. It's all amazing. That's my, like, I love set designs. I want to walk around in the alien set. If that's allowed, let me do it. And I'm aware that there's sequels. I'm going to watch the sequels at some point. And I just, again, this movie was really fun to watch. Now, the ending as well, also pretty good. The female lead takes a spaceship, like a rescue, or what is it, the fucking pod or whatever. I don't know what they're called. And they try to get out, but the alien's on the pod too. And then, like, she has to, like, fucking empty the whole pod. She straps herself to the fucking thing with the seatbelt on, and then the alien files out to space. It was great. It was great. This is a great movie, for sure. I'm in. So I can't wait to watch the sequels. And I had a really good time watching Alien, so I don't really know much about the sequels, I'm going to be honest. So no one spoil that shit for me. The most interesting thing about this movie was done in 1979 at a very small budget. The most expensive set was the alien spaceship inside. Sure, yeah. The set design was fucking amazing. The set design was really fucking good. It was just like, it was a pleasure to watch. And I watched this the other day after I watched A Clockwork Orange. So I was still like, I was not nearly peaking on shrooms or anything, but I was maybe like, 4.5 hours after ingesting, maybe 5 hours. So like little bit of that come down effect, right? As I started watching this movie. And so like that made me really like, I was just enthralled with the sets and the model of the spaceship and all of that. It was just, I love practical effects. In my opinion, like CG, I understand why it exists. It has a place. I get it. But one of my favorite things about older movies is how they, like, practical effects are just amazing. It's one of the reasons why the Muppet movies and the Muppet series are one of my favorites in the world, in anything. Like Jim Henson, I love his movies because of the practical stuff. Like, they're all puppets. They all really exist. They're all dancing around, right? There's so, like, the set design, or, like, I just love practical effects. I love it. Like, 2001, such great practical effects. I love how they build models and set. It's so good. Like, CG, I get why it exists. It makes making movies easier. I understand it. But goddamn, there is something special about having a practical, like, there is an actual model of that alien ship that they used, right? Like, and these sets actually exist in the physical 3-dimension space. I love it. I love practical effects. I'm so into it. So any movie, right, that has practical effects, I'm just such a huge fan of. It's just by default. I just am so much more impressed with the art when it comes to practical stuff. And Alien does a really good job on that angle. So, again, another great movie. This was great. I'm excited to watch the sequels. And there you go. It's just Alien. There's only one. I mean, one alien is bad enough. I know the next movie is called Aliens. I mean, one alien, not so good. You got multiple, and that sounds like a nightmare. So I'm excited to watch the sequels. Don't spoil that shit for me, though, you motherfuckers.